answering the inbox. And this week we've had two questions. So thank you so much for sending in your questions. And if you have any more questions or anything you want us to answer, please do send it into the student inbox queries@gmail.com. And we'll be more than happy to answer it no matter the question, and it'll remain 100% anonymous. And so I believe Dylan has the questions for today.
Yes, I do. Now, the first question that I have for today is Apple or Android?
Ooh. Okay. Um, I'm
My answer
a
is very simple, but
I'm very much an Apple person. Uh, I do appreciate what Android has done in recent years in terms of just purely doing, I think, really crazy stuff with technology, like their flip phones and different things like that. And it's completely out of the box, whilst I think Apple have taken a much more traditional stance of things, and their phones can almost be deemed as quite repetitive. But I do like, there's something about the way the Apple logo looks, the way the phone genuinely presents itself, that I think it's much nicer. Though I don't have the newest iPhone, I have the iPhone 7. I
mm,
do think I would prefer this to an Android phone,
I
just
think
purely.
it's easier to use, isn't it?
It's much easier to use, and then
Like it
I
might not
don't.
have the capabilities of like an Android or whatever, but it's just like
Yeah,
easy.
I think it just looks nicer, but that
Yeah,
just could
yeah, it
be
does.
me gazing at it constantly every
No,
day.
I agree, I agree. Second question. I mean, you basically heard my answer. The
Yeah.
second question is, when taking notes, do you think it's actually effective to use highlighters or to like color the boxes around keywords and things?
Ooh. So I actually got told by my politics teacher there's supposedly some study, I'm not sure what study, so I'm not really going to quote any specific thing.
Mm,
But they basically said that highlighting isn't that efficient. It doesn't really add anything to your work or add any value.
mm,
Um, but I do think that if it works for you, then do it. It does make your notes look nicer. And I think, and I'm not a big highlighter person, but when highlighting like a definition or something that I need to learn, in my brain it clicks that this is a one thing that I need to learn verbatim,
mm.
and I can almost ignore everything else, even though I shouldn't. But the thing in highlighted is the most important thing. So I think from that aspect it does work. What about you? Because I remember in year 7 and 8, you were a serial highlighter, used to highlight everything.
Yeah, but it would be different colors, yeah. It would be
Yes,
different colours.
a different color, sorry.
The thing about highlighting for me is it's the first step of revision. It's to understand where your key point. The only things I highlight are my key points and case studies and evidence. That's it. So, like for example, in politics, politics, geography, any case studies and any definitions and any really, really key bits of info, I'll highlight, and they'll all be different colors. And that just makes it easier for me to put my flashcards up on Anki. So then I know what bits and bobs I actually need to put in my definitions tab, blah, blah, blah. It just makes it easier. For drama, I highlight keywords in the text. For example, every single play that we're doing, keywords in the text, any key stage direction, or any key note that I've sort of made myself when I'm playing the character. And then for philosophy, again, it's the highlighting for me is the thoughts that I've come out based off what I've read in the textbook, as well as any sort of challenges to an account I've read. For example, you mentioned earlier in the podcast JTB. My highlighter is the Gettier case and what it
Yeah,
represents and my personal thoughts.
yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
that's basically answering the inbox.
Okay. Thank you very much for this week's episode. Thank you for listening. Make sure you do follow all of our socials.
And before we
Email
cut
us.
off, Aniruddh, what is next episode going to be on? We're apologizing because, this episode was a week late. That is also down to the fact that Aniruddh and I have just been very, very busy. But we'll be back with a bang in 2 weeks' time. What is that episode going to be?
That episode is going to be doing what we said we were going to do 3 weeks ago, which is going to be about the energy crisis.
Do we have a special guest lined up or
We may have a special guest lined up, yet to be confirmed.
yet to be confirmed? Watch out on this space. It's going to be a banger episode. I'm telling you that. So thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a great few weeks and we'll see you with a bang.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.